Hey there, my friend. Welcome to today's video. My name is Dr. Anthony Balduzzi. I'm the founder here at the Fit Father Project and the Fit Mother Project. In today's video, we're talking about one of my favorite topics, and that is the benefits of meditation for your brain health, for your overall well-being. This is so important. And I want to share a little bit from my personal life before we get into some of these benefits to give you a little more context about where this information is coming from and why it may even matter to you. I spent the first 20 years of my life studying as much as I could about health and wellness, nutrition and exercise, the science of what to do with all these different variables to create a healthy body. But ultimately, what I've come to realize the more you walk down this path is that you can create a very healthy, strong body by doing the right things. But that's only part of a good life. The other part is how to be happy, how to be peaceful. And ultimately, that stuff is not exactly connected to this, because we know a lot of people, we see them as celebrities, top athletes that have amazing bodies and lots of wealth, but they're unhappy in the inside. So ultimately, what we need to do is learn how to become happy on the inside. And one of the best ways to do that is meditation. And meditation, what I'm going to define this as, because there's many definitions that could be out there, is an awareness practice. A practice of taking our awareness, which is normally externalized through our senses into this physical phenomenal world that we're interacting with, and to turn that intention inward. And when we turn that attention inward, the mind begins to calm down. And the brain activity, as we can measure with devices like EEGs, changes dramatically. The brainwave states, they go to alpha waves, which are more calm, focus, and zen. And in deep meditation, it even goes to theta waves, where the brain activity is so much slowed down, and meditators experience things like deep bliss, and joy and peace beyond mental thinking. But before we get to maybe how you can meditate, I want to talk about some of the science-backed benefits. And I have my laptop here and I want to get into these. One of the most amazing benefits, in my opinion, of meditation is it actually restructures the physical brain. As we age, our brain loses volume. Cells are constantly dying. And as we age, our brain shrinks in a lot of key areas associated with memory, associated with language and coordination. This is why when you meet someone who's 95, they're not as sharp, their memory's not as good, and they're not moving as well as they did when they were 25. This is a deterioration of the physical structures of the brain. What meditation has been shown to do in research studies is to actually halt that deterioration. In 50-year-old brains, they've shown that meditators in their 50s have the brain health and brain structure of people in their 20s. And the reason this works is because as we interiorize our attention in the process of meditating, which is sitting peacefully perhaps, watching the breath, observing the thoughts, it changes the patterns of the brains and is activating regrowth of neurons in these key areas. Areas associated with memory, so your memory and reaction time can improve when you meditate. It can improve your happiness and change your neurotransmitter balance. What they've found is that people who regularly meditate have higher levels of the feel-good neurotransmitter serotonin. They also have higher levels of GABA, which is an inhibitory neurotransmitter that in many ways can keep the mind feeling a lot more calm. When people drink alcohol and booze and stuff like this, it increases GABA in the brain, which gives you that relaxed state. Well, the cool thing about meditation is it's access to your own body's internal pharmacy. You can actually release these chemicals yourself without external substances by getting into these deep meditative states. Other stuff that I think is amazing is it actually decreases the amount of stress we have. It lowers stress hormones like cortisol, and it actually turns off genes when you meditate associated with inflammation. So it's actually changing your genetic expression, and I think I can't overstate how cool this is. We're doing a practice and a habit that's working on training the mind by becoming more centered in our awareness and watching and observing the breath and reducing that mental chatter, and it's changing our gene expression, which means our immune system is releasing far fewer of these pro-inflammatory cytokines, and we'll have greater health as a result. So meditation is definitely going to help you live longer, because we also know what it does is it actually increases some of these genes that lead to longevity. It increases the activity of an enzyme called telomerase, which these telomeres, these little caps at the end of the DNA, they're very important for us having long, healthy lives. As telomeres get shorter, it's kind of like our life wick, our lifespan wick. As it goes smaller, we're kind of extinguishing. Well, meditation helps extend those telomeres. And we also know that people who are very stressed out are more prone to have blood sugar dysregulation issues, more stress and hypertension on the heart. So meditation can help relax these things. So it's incredible, right? In quick summary, it's restructuring our brain through this practice of meditation. It's changing our neurotransmitters, it's decreasing stress and changing our gene expression for lower inflammation and higher expression of longevity genes. All of this coming from the simple practice of meditation. If pharmaceutical companies could bottle up even a quarter of those benefits, it would be the best drug in the world. The problem is that they can't. And the problem is that many people need to actually get these practices rooted into their lives. You have to do it. You can't just know that meditation does this stuff. It doesn't benefit you unless you actually practice meditation. And I'm going to get into a little bit of a basic meditation practice. But before I get there, I need you to know that meditation in its essence is not religious. It doesn't matter which religion you follow, what type of thing you believe in, if you don't believe in anything at all. This is merely the process of interiorizing your awareness, your consciousness, turning it inward, detaching it from the busyness of the world, and resting it in your being, anchoring it into your breath. So the way I do this is I meditate twice a day, in the morning and in the evening. It sets my mind up in the morning for a very peaceful, happy day. I know I'm getting these benefits. I feel amazing afterward. And I also do it before I go to bed because I believe it's also important that we prime the mind at night to be in this peaceful meditative state before we drift off into dreams and before we get into this sleep, so that the mind is in a happy, active thing and we're not having this overactive, crazy anxiety mind, which could be like nightmare kind of stuff that actually, unfortunately, leads to a more active mind the next day. So how do you meditate? Well, there's many ways to do it. The most basic form is to simply sit in a very straight up posture, a straight spine. So your spine is in alignment, which means you're probably sitting on a straight back chair or you're sitting in a classic meditation pose. Whatever it is, your spine is straight. Your body needs to feel supported but still relaxed. No tension as your spine is stacked up in the straight, no tension in your body. Hands are perhaps folded or relaxed in your lap, and you're going to close your eyes. And you are going to observe whatever happens. You're going to observe your breath, which runs automatically. You'll observe any thoughts that pop in without judgment. You just watch them with interest. These are just things that are cropping up in your mind, in your awareness. Memories from the past, patterns of thinking, you observe those. As you observe those, a couple really cool things happen. The first thing is your mind actually gets less active. So those normal thoughts that are always popping up, they start to become less frequent, and your mind ends up becoming more peaceful. And as it becomes more peaceful, meditation becomes more joyful, because what you find is when the mind is very calm and it's not active and you're sitting in the awareness of feeling your body and observing your breath, and you even bring that awareness even deeper, you can get into some amazing meditative states. These deep states that are full of bliss and peace and love. And it's absolutely incredible what you can feel and experience. In a way, it ends up being kind of its own drug. But what it also shows, and I think this is absolutely amazing, is that all of this stuff ultimately seems like it's at our base nature. Like it is at our base nature to be experiencing peace and joy and well-being when the mental chatter is turned off. When the brain is able to get into these deeper brainwave states where the mind's not in its normal beta wave, active, anxious thinking kind of state, when it gets into these deeper brainwave states, that's when a lot of these benefits unlock and we feel more peaceful. And the cool thing is that meditation, a little bit in the morning, translates to you being more peaceful and present and effective the rest of your day. So I'll say this. If you're someone who has struggled with meditation, I think it's important to understand the benefits. And that's why I want to shoot this video, because I knew for a while that I should have been meditating, and I spent 5 years like meditating off and on, but never being consistent with it. It wasn't until I made the emotional connection to understanding how foundational and important this stuff really is, that for me it became non-negotiable that I needed to explore this, that I started meditating. And since I've meditated, I'd say almost every single day, and I mean that, missing only a handful of days in the past 3 years. And it's totally transformed my life, and I know it's helped my health. It's actually, I think, made me smarter. My mind is definitely more clear and focused, and I'm able to direct it on tasks. So the benefits are profound, and the cool thing with meditation, just like working out, is you can't get the results unless you put in the reps. So I suggest you put in the reps. I suggest you do some kind of meditative practice, whether it's sitting down, whether it's using a meditation you might find here on YouTube, whether it is using an app like Insight Timer, Headspace, Calm. There's so many great things. Whatever you think like jives with you, whatever you're attracted to, do that. Even if it's a walking meditation, you don't feel like you're the kind of person who likes to sit still, just walking and being very present to the experience of walking, the feeling of your feet as it contacts the ground, the breath, the air on your skin, being present to all of that is absolutely a form of meditation. It's a moving meditation. So Above all, this is something we should cultivate. Ideally, in every moment of our lives, we can become more present. And the process of meditation not only unlocks these amazing benefits in the brain and the body, but just brings us a lot more joy in life. And I think that's a huge part about being healthy. So I hope you found this video valuable. I will link some of the amazing research in the description of this video, because if you're into the science, you want to see some of that stuff, it's really cool. This is an exploding area of research. We're learning so much more, and these benefits are just starting to be captured by modern scientific thinking, but we've known these for thousands of years through a lot of these ancient meditation traditions. So hope this video finds you very well, my friend, and I hope that you do start meditating or something like that to give you more peace, presence, brain health, body health, all of this amazing stuff. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button, because here at the Fit Father and Fit Mother Project YouTube channels, we have hundreds of videos on mental and physical well-being, proper exercises, nutrition, motivation, everything you need to stay strong and healthy for your family. We're the Fit Father Project and Fit Mother Project. This is what we do. Thanks for being here, my friend. Drop a comment below if you do meditate or if you have any questions on this stuff. My team and I would love to help you with this, and we want to help you achieve more peace, happiness, health, and wellness for yourself and your family. I'll see you around our channel, and I'll talk to you very soon.
FitFatherProject.com